Yo, what's up? My name's Matt, but everyone calls me Matty Low, so I guess y'all could call me that. And this is my bass, stock 370Z. Nah, I'm just kidding. So basically, I guess I'm just gonna talk about what I've done to the car so far, a little bit about how it was before, like the steps that I got to get to where I'm at now, and a little bit of POV driving so you guys could hear some of the sounds. It's pretty sick. So I guess we'll just start off with like all the visual stuff you can see right now. I have a carbon fiber LED steering wheel. I have so like before I changed this, everyone who has like a 370Z knows that I think you had like your oil temp, your clock, and then like your voltage, which the only really useful one that was there was the oil temperature, which I really miss. I think I am gonna end up getting an oil temp gauge and kind of put it like right here. And then I also want an ethanol content reader, and I'm gonna take this, the passenger airbag indicator, and put that there. So I have the oil pressure, the boost, and the AFR gauge. I have the Workshop 12 like dash entertainment system, which I love. It's probably one of my favorite mods like to this day. I have my airlift control right here. I have a Greddy shift knob, a Teklo shift boot, and then like a bunch of other little carbon fiber trim pieces. Let's see, I have on the outside, well, I have two 12s behind me, and then a little fire extinguisher just in case, even though I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be enough to put out any type of fire that this car causes. I have on the outside, I have a carbon fiber hood, carbon fiber fenders, and a carbon fiber bumper. There's a little story, I guess, behind that, but I'll get to that later. And the motor, it's unopened. It's just stock motor, but I have it pretty much maxed out with a top mount single turbo kit. Let's see, I have a T51R mod, which you could hear. I love that thing. I'm super glad that I did the mod immediately, and I didn't have to wait to send the housing out and get it done and then put it back on. It was just all done when we installed the turbo kit. I have a Fast Intentions catback exhaust, which I love. I had that before I got the turbo kit, and it's probably one of the best sounding exhausts in my opinion that you can get for the 370Z. There's like no raspiness to it, so it's like super clean all the way throughout the power band, which I absolutely love. It's on E85. I do have a pump map as well. So the pump map on 91, it did 500 horsepower, and on the E85 map it does 606, which I think it's enough for the stock motor. There's some guys who are getting like 630, maybe 650, but like right now the 600 is like perfect. I do plan on building the motor. I've been talking with a company called Cylinder Sleeve Support, and I got a quote from them. So I'm gonna end up purchasing a whole separate motor, and I'm gonna ship it to them, and then they're gonna build it. And then I've been talking with the guy who put on the turbo kit, and I got a quote from him as well, how much he would charge to swap the motor in. I could probably do it myself, but it's just way too much stuff, pretty expensive to be figuring it out on my own and then potentially destroying it. So I'd rather have someone who knows like what they're doing handle it. I have the upgraded brakes, the Akebonos, front and rear, slotted brake pads. I also installed the differential and upgraded all the bushings, which anyone who's done that job, man, I give you props, because that job was a pain in the ass. It wasn't so much the differential, it was the bushings, the subframe one to be exact. That took us maybe about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, just to take that one bushing off. Also have the lower control arms, camber kit. Let's see what else. An oil cooler, which is pretty essential even on NA setup. So the one thing I guess I kind of miss is, and I'll just be honest, man, the Pops and Bangs map. That it was so much fun just being able to drive around and shoot flames and kind of draw attention to yourself. But with this, the tune that I have now, like at wide open throttle at the like when I shift, it'll pop, but nothing compared to when I was on the NA setup. For the turbo kit, I have all like the supporting mods, which I will end up making a separate video kind of explaining, and maybe even a breakdown of the cost of every part that I've put on this car. For the wheels in the front, I have Ray 57s with Nitto 555s, and on the rear I have a Weld beadlock with 305 Mickey Thompson. I guess the beadlock was kind of overkill with just 600 horsepower, but like I said, my plan is to have the built motor, and I'm hoping for anything over 900 horsepower. I think that would be pretty awesome. So I kind of like pre-planned a little bit with the beadlocks. I want to be able to like air out just a little bit if I race someone, or I love the smell of E85. So like the whole front end of the car is carbon fiber, and my plan is to do the whole car. Sitting in my garage, I have the doors, the pillars, the roof, the rear fenders, the rear trunk, a new spoiler. I just haven't had time to take it to the body shop and get it put on yet. Which brings me back to the story that I was going to tell you about, like the front of the front end. I did it myself, like the installation, and you have to drill the holes and do all that yourself. So looking back, I should have definitely taken it to the body shop and had them just do it from the get-go, because when I installed it, the lines were okay. Like, it lined up, the fitment was good. It could have been a lot better if I knew exactly what I was doing. So like a month after I had put it on, I ended up taking it to the body shop, and the guy there was able to like tighten everything up a little bit better. And he told me that if I would have brought it in originally, it would have been just a little bit nicer. But it is what it is. It's a learning experience, and that's why when I install these parts coming up, I'm just gonna have him do it, because he really did a good job. I also have the door cards, so like it's gonna basically get rid of all this. There's like a door handle, a separate module to utilize all like the lock and the windows and all that, and then it has like a speaker bracket down there. Gonna try and go like full race car mode on it, I guess. I ordered some Status racing seats, a harness bar. I'm debating on whether or not I want to do a roll cage. I think it looks cool, but like anyone who owns this car knows that like you can't really recline the seats back that much. So when I end up putting on the new seats, I don't know like what the clearance is with the roll cage, so I'm kind of like on the ropes about purchasing one or not. What else? Another thing is like the rear quarter panels, you have to rivet them in, so like I'm real skeptical about having them put rivets on the rear, but I mean, I'm just probably gonna bite the bullet and do it. So like I said, hopefully by the end of the year I can have the motor put in and kind of be like a little bit more powerful. I get it's pretty addicting. I've only had the car probably back for around 3 months now, and it's fun. It's quick, trust me. Like the difference from NA to boosted, it's a huge difference. But like I said, it's pretty addicting, and now I kind of want to beef it up even more. It's not my daily driver. I usually just drive it to and from work, and I don't work every day, so maybe, and then when my car club meets, I'll take it out. But I would say I drive this thing probably like 12 days out of the month. I'm gonna wait till we get up here and I'll continue recording. So the car is tuned by Admin Tuning, Monsef, and it drives amazing, man. Like, if you don't really get up into boost too much, drives just like it was NA. And then once you get up a little bit higher in the RPMs, it really gets crazy. the car so much. It's so much fun to drive. I do want to do like a reaction video, like all my close friends and stuff getting a ride and like seeing how they react to it. So the one thing that's been pretty hard for me to like get used to, and on my NA setup it was like super easy to get out of first gear, but now with like the more heavy duty clutch, first gear has been like, I'm still trying to figure it out. Thankfully, like I haven't stalled out, but it's just like starts like shaking like crazy sometimes when, especially like if I'm on a hill, any type of like incline. Holy, the traffic is insane right now. I also want to do like I don't want to do too much, but I want to do like a more custom trunk setup with the compressor and the air tank. But I have a feeling that once I go up in power, I'm gonna have to ditch the airlift. I kind of want to keep the front just so like the ease of mind of like being able to make it up driveways and over speed bumps and stuff, and then maybe do coils in the rear. But I'm gonna buy the whole set, and then depending on how it reacts, I might have to switch the front out to the coils as well. But it is what it is. I had a lot of fun. I mean, I still do with the airbags. Let's see the watch right here. I'm gonna embarrass myself. I'm gonna try and make more videos. I'm really into like videography, so I'm gonna do like maybe like a behind the scenes of how to record like cinematic stuff, or any of like the catchy stuff you see on like TikTok and Instagram. I'm really into that stuff, so I'll probably end up doing some sort of video like that. Like I said, I do want to do like a cost breakdown, so like if you want to do something similar to like what I have, you kind of know how much you're going to be paying, full transparency. Oh, it wasn't too bad. So with the base model, you don't get the auto rev match, which it would be cool to have, but I mean, if you really get to know your car and like how to do all that, you really don't need it. Don't get me wrong, like sometimes I mess up downshifting, or I mess up shifting sometimes too, but it's the name of the game with the manual, I guess. one thing that sucks about E85 is here in my city, there's no 85 station, so you have to end up driving like, I think it's like 50 miles to the city over just to fill up, which one of my goals is to hopefully here soon is buy like a 55-gallon drum and an E85 pump and just take the truck, fill it up, come back. That way I don't have to go, I have to go like every 2 weeks, and I usually stock up on about 30 plus gallons of E85 and then just kind of keep it in the garage until I'm running about halfway, which you can see I'm pretty low right now. Mic up the engine bay and the exhaust so you guys could hear the sounds even better. Probably one of the next videos I'll do that. Like right here it's like super quiet. Rides just like a back when I had my NA setup. When I had my NA setup, I did, you know, headers, exhaust, cold air intakes. The only thing I didn't do was the E85, and the reason I had mentioned earlier was why I didn't go E85. But it was quick. The Z's like a quick car, but it's not like super fast or anything like that. These roads back here are like pretty scary to do like wide open throttle because there's a bunch of ag, so like the tractors and stuff, they leave a bunch of mud and dirt on the ground, so it's hard to keep traction basically when you're trying to floor it. But I'll get on it right here once we turn. So with the steering wheel, I have the LEDs set to like go up at a little bit low, probably like around 5,500 RPMs. Just because usually I'm not flooring it, like driving at the top of the power band all the time. All right, let's see. The E85 smells so good. It's like car cologne. So like I said, I'm gonna be trying to post probably like at least once a week. So subscribe, man, if you guys want to see a little bit more, and like the full breakdown of the car and all the stuff that I'm gonna do to it. Hopefully, like it'll be like 100% fully built by the end of the year, and then we'll see what we do from there.